South Salem High School softball fans will remember the 2014 season for many reasons.
And now the first place trophy will be presented to the 2014 OSAA 6A softball state champions, the South Salem Saxons.
The Saxons won their first state softball championship, beating North Medford 5-3 at the OSU softball complex in Corvallis. Longtime South Salem coach Scott McCormick won his first outright state championship and surpassed the 600-win mark. The Saxons finished with a 29-1 record, the best in school history. They claimed their fourth consecutive Central Valley Conference title, winning 55 league games against 5 losses during that span. And the softball field at South Salem was named in Coach McCormick's honor 2 days after the championship game. The 2014 Saxons had it all: great coaching, talented players, outstanding senior leadership, supportive parents, and enthusiastic fans. By working together, they were able to give South Salem its first state softball championship. South Salem finished the season 14-1 in the Central Valley Conference and 29-1 overall. The Saxons scored 250 runs while giving up only 23. South Salem batted .380, racking up 205 singles, 62 doubles, 10 triples, and 8 home runs for the season. In the field, the Saxons made only 43 errors in 30 games, finishing with a team fielding percentage of .947. In the circle, South Salem pitchers combined for a 0.37 earned run average. Scott McCormick has been a head softball coach for 34 years, the last 19 at South Salem. His 1990 McNary team tied for the state championship, and his teams had been runners-up 3 times before winning the state title in 2014. It's obvious that Saxon players love playing for Coach McCormick.
He's there for me when I have a bad day. He knows how to cheer everyone up, and he's such a player's coach, so he can individually work with each player, and he knows how to get through to them. And I think it makes a difference between a winning team and a losing team.
He's done so much, and not just for me, but for the whole team. He's always there for us, and this program would not be where it is without him. He is the heart and soul of it all, and his leadership is really what makes us successful.
McCormick is the best coach I've ever played for. I mean, even last year I didn't play that much. I base ran for people, and I've never improved so much in my base running. I've never improved so much as a person myself. Without him, I wouldn't be where I am.
Assisting Coach McCormick were Terry Haugen, Steve Norris, and Dave Stoff. South Salem was a young team with only 3 senior starters: pitcher Katie Donovan, second baseman Kelly Burdick, and left fielder Katie Hammett. In addition to being outstanding players, Donovan and Burdick, along with Hammett, served as leaders and role models for their younger teammates.
We were blessed with those 2 plus Katie Ham. I don't know, sometimes you get lucky and you get kids like that are just not just good ball players, but make themselves into great players, and they're great people. When we've got kids with that kind of leadership that the other kids look up to, it's great peer mentoring and leadership.
Katie Donovan, who played in 3 state championship games during her South Salem career, will pitch for the University of Utah next season. Donovan had 28 wins against 1 loss, finishing with 290 strikeouts, 26 walks, and an ERA of 0.28. She also hit .464, leading the team with 43 runs batted in. Donovan racked up numerous honors in her South Salem career, including being a first-team All-Central Valley Conference selection for the 3rd time, the CVC Pitcher of the Year for the 2nd time, the 2014 CVC Co-Player of the Year, a first-team Class 6A All-State selection for the 2nd time, the 2014 6A State Pitcher of the Year, the Oregonian Softball Player of the Year, and the Gatorade Oregon Softball Player of the Year.
I've never had a pitcher of her quality as a player, and probably along with her character. I mean, she's just pays attention to detail. She's hard worker. She's ultra focused on improving and getting things right. To see her accomplish this today was the ultimate.
Donovan pitched every inning in the playoffs despite dealing with an injury that prevented her from throwing a curveball, one of her best pitches.
to watch her get this victory today was a culmination of her career, and especially over the last 3 weeks and whatever, because, you know, we were in a situation where she had torn some intercostal muscles in her rib, and we've you know, tried to rest her, and she has not done anything except on game day throw, and she can't throw a curveball. She hasn't been able to throw a curveball over the last 3 weeks because of that. And that's one of her most effective pitches. So to see her go out there and throw with basically 3 pitches, fastball, change up, a little bit of a rise, this has been amazing, awesome, especially when you're playing like North Medford.
Second baseman Kelly Burdick, who also played in 3 state championship games for South Salem, will be a Washington Husky next season. She batted .570, leading the team in hits with 57 and runs scored with 44. Burdick is a 3-time first-team All-Central Valley Conference player, a 2-time first-team All-State player, and a second-team All-State player as a sophomore.
Kelly Burdick, if you just looked at her walking around, you'd never know what kind of player, what an elite player she is. And, you know, I just love her to death. She's got a cerebral mind for the game. We talk all the time about the situation and stuff, and bounces stuff off me and me off her and everything else. And just as far as strategies and, you know, how should she approach, like today, we've been bunting a lot with her, but today we went slap pretty much the whole game with her because over the last week, she's slapped the ball really well in practice. And I know North Medford kind of gets in her head because they play their second baseman way up. I said, we're just going to slap then today. We'll just slap. Make them make plays, you know, and starts the game off with the slap bouncer over the third baseman's head, and away we're going.
The third senior, outfielder Katie Hammett, has been a starter since her sophomore year. Hammett, a first-team All-Central Valley Conference selection and second-team All-State, hit .374 with 27 runs batted in and 23 runs scored. Junior outfielder Julia Clark was named to the Central Valley Conference and All-State first teams after hitting .505 with 36 runs batted in and 38 runs scored. Clark led the team with 13 doubles, including 2 in the championship game. Junior catcher Kenan Faring, a second-team All-Central Valley Conference selection, hit .382 with 22 runs batted in and 10 runs scored. Junior shortstop Liz Perez, also a second-team All-Central Valley Conference selection, hit .353 with 19 runs batted in and 21 runs scored. Sophomore third baseman Christina Rookstool, South Salem's final second-team All-CVC selection, hit .328 with 15 runs batted in and 11 runs scored. Seniors Naomi Wasser and Holly Martinez-Mormon joined the team this year as courtesy runners who can run for the pitcher or catcher anytime they get on base. Wasser never played softball before, and Martinez-Mormon played sparingly for 2 years, but Coach McCormick felt the speedy duo could add a new dimension to the South Salem offense. Wasser scored 19 runs, and Martinez-Mormon crossed the plate 13 times. South Salem, ranked second by the OSAA, opened the playoffs with an easy 18-0 5-inning home win over South Eugene.
Drive long distance out in the gap, over the head of the center fielder, all the way to the wall. And runners coming around third will score easily, and into second base with a double is Jessica Bonstedt.
In the second round, South Salem needed just 5 innings to defeat the visiting Newburgh Tigers. Senior pitcher Katie Donovan threw a no-hitter, striking out 6 and walking 3. The Saxons scored 6 runs in the first inning. Center fielder Julia Clark and shortstop Liz Perez both doubled to drive in runs, while left fielder Katie Hammett, second baseman Kelly Burdick, and catcher Kenan Faring all hit RBI singles.
Katie throws hard. Katie Donovan, change speeds.
Change the speed.
Nice.
The Saxons played errorless ball to defeat Southridge in the quarterfinals by a score of 5-0. Senior pitcher Katie Donovan struck out 13 while allowing just 2 hits. Burdick started things off on offense for South Salem in the bottom of the first inning with a leadoff single up the middle and went to second on a wild pitch. 1 out later, she scored on Julia Clark's base hit to center. Clark went to second on Southridge's unsuccessful throw home to try and get Burdick, and 2 batters later, Katie Hammett hit a grounder that was misplayed by the Southridge first baseman, allowing Clark to slide into home ahead of the catcher's tag. South Salem also scored 2 runs in the second inning on an RBI single by catcher Kenan Faring. The Saxons' final run came in the 5th inning. Clark doubled to the gap between center and right fields, advanced to third base, and was able to score on a sacrifice fly to left field by Katie Hammett.
There's a line shot.
And a diving catch by Kelly Burdick and a double play. And Kelly Burdick, what a play. Unbelievable.
South Salem senior pitcher Katie Donovan threw a no-hitter, her second in the playoffs, and shut out her fourth playoff opponent in a row by striking out 7 batters against 2 walks. South Medford, the surprise team of the playoffs with a number 30 ranking, threatened in the first inning, but South Salem got out of potential trouble when second baseman Kelly Burdick made a diving catch and flipped the ball to Liz Perez for a double play to end the inning. After stranding 5 runners on base in the first 2 innings, the Saxons scored twice in the third inning. With the bases loaded, courtesy runner Naomi Wasser scored from third after Christina Rookstuhl hit a grounder to second base, and Katie Hammett scored the second run on a wild pitch. In the fourth inning, Clark singled to score J.C. McGrath from third base, and Katie Donovan followed with a 2 RBI single for a 5-0 lead. South Salem picked up its final run in the 6th inning as Burdick scored on a South Medford error. The Saxons took on 2-time defending champion North Medford on a beautiful June morning at the OSU softball complex in Corvallis. Senior Kelly Burdick got the Saxon offense going in the first inning, slapping the ball over North Medford's third baseman for a single, and moved to third on outs by Faring and Clark. Burdick scored after Katie Donovan beat out a ground ball to third base, giving the Saxons a 1-0 lead. The next batter, Katie Hammett, hit an RBI double to score courtesy runner Naomi Wasser from first and give the Saxons a 2-0 lead. In the third inning, Burdick again hit a leadoff single, moved to second on a passed ball, and scored on an error when Faring singled. Courtesy runner Holly Martinez-Mormon then scored from second when Clark hit a double for a 4-0 lead. In the top of the 6th, Liz Perez hit a leadoff single, and Christina Rookstuhl reached on an error. 2 outs later, Burdick hit an RBI single to score Perez for a 5-0 lead. Donovan struck out 9 batters and held the Black Tornado to 5 hits through the first 5 innings, but North Medford loaded the bases in the bottom of the 6th inning and scored 2 runs to cut the lead to 5-2. North Medford scored again on an error in the bottom of the 7th inning to cut the lead to 5-3. The Black Tornado had the tying runner on first base when Donovan struck out North Medford pitcher Alexis Barkwell for the final out of the game.
How important was it to get off to a good start in this game?
Oh, that's been our goal this whole playoffs, and we've executed well with that. And we really wanted to this game, and we did, and it helped us out because they came back in the bottom, and we had the runs to ensure us.
Well, that was huge because you got that lead, and you knew North Medford would come back.
Yes, it was very big, and I think it gave Katie a lot of confidence behind her, and it gave us room to breathe and room to smile.
What's it mean to you? State championship, first time softball, South Salem ever.
It's surreal. I mean, I really can't believe it, and I'm just so excited.
And Katie Donovan's been with you the whole way.
Yeah, Katie's one of my best friends, and I mean, after this we'll be rivals. We'll be Pac-12 rivals, so this was a great way to go out.
Julia, outstanding game today. Your first experience, what was it like out there?
It was definitely different. I've never been here, but our seniors have, and we knew that we had to work hard for them because they deserved it and our coaches deserved it, so it's a great feeling.
We'll talk a little bit about what that means to you, seeing the seniors go out with a state championship.
It means the world to me. I mean, they are leaders and they're all like my sisters. I mean, I do anything for them, so they deserve it, and I've given my all for them. So
you've been catching for Katie Donovan. What an incredible pitcher.
Yeah, she's really great. She's like a great pitcher to catch. Like, I'm proud of her.
And you threw out a base runner today. That's got to be a thrill at the state championship game.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
What's it like for you? You see the seniors go out with a state championship.
I'm gonna miss them a lot, but I think it means a lot to them. They've been here, their 3rd time here, finally won, off to college.
What were you thinking about in that last inning?
I was thinking about getting outs and having faith in my teammates that we could do it, and we did. They didn't let me down. They did it.
You graduated last night. You won the state championship today. What's this mean to you?
So much. This is like the best way to end my high school career, definitely.
At North Medford, you knew they were going to come back, so those early runs obviously important.
Yeah, we knew that they were going to come back because we knew that they were a tough team. So we just stayed focused throughout the whole game, score more, score more. We needed those insurance runs, and, that helped us out in the 6th inning. So
11 hits for South Salem, everybody in the lineup contributing today.
Yes, yeah, that was good for everybody to contribute. Not just one person did everything, like we all did it as a team together.
It's been really exciting. We're all thrilled to win the state championship. 3rd time's a charm. That's been our goal the whole season. Is even in preseason we said every game's a step closer to state championship. So we're really excited we were able to come out and win.
And you got an opportunity to play with some great seniors. Katie Donovan, Kelly Burdick, got to be great to go out with those two.
Yeah, Kelly and I have been best friends on and off the field since sophomore year, so it was really great to get this win with her and Katie. Katie has been a great support system for me all throughout high school, so it was really awesome.
And the coaching staff at South Salem, they've been together a long time. Obviously that helps, and it has to feel good to win one for Coach McCormick.
Exactly. It had to happen this year. He's been so close all these 4 years, and this year was the year to do it.
It was a great experience. I'm still shocked and amazed that it happened. We have a really young team, and I don't think really anybody thought that we were going to come out and actually have a great team, and everybody just participated. We usually don't change the lineup, and now that our bottom of our lineup, people from the bottom went to the top, we just everybody was hitting all around. It was a great mix. We did really good this year.
South Salem had 11 hits in this ball game. It seemed like in the playoffs especially, the team really started to hit well.
Yeah, I don't really know what happened. It kind of we all clicked, and we realized our goal was to make it to this game. Win or lose, we were making it to this game no matter what.
Has to feel great, though, to see those seniors go out with a win.
It's amazing.
You're a runner for this team. You never played softball before. What's it been like to be part of this Saxon softball team?
It's been an awesome experience. I've got to meet a lot of people that I would have never met before, and I really got to learn the sport from scratch. So that was really nice, and piece by piece.
11 hits today for the Saxons. It seems like the club really hit the ball well over the playoffs, and this game no different today. 11 big hits, and it was spread around throughout your lineup.
We had key hits at key times. Had some kids come through key times with hits. I mean, the first inning when Katie Ham hits that ball out here, and we get that second run. That was big. Julia boops one in. Their center fielder misplays. We just kept the ball in play. Made them make errors. And they're a very good defensive team also. And they don't make errors usually. But pressure situations, you see kids make mistakes and stuff, and it's just how do they handle the situation, adversity, or whatever you want to call it. And I thought our kids did a great job of bouncing back.
You shared a championship wall at McNary, the first championship ever in softball for South Salem. What's that mean to you?
I told the kids in the huddle right after before I talked to Bill and you, and I was just saying, when I was at McNary, we were a co-champion in '90. I said, then we lost in '91 in the finals, and then we lost 3 years ago here in the finals, and then we lost 2 years ago here in the finals. I said, I don't want to lose today because I don't want to be a 4-time loser, And so to actually get the win, finish it on the field, as such a sense of gratification. I'm just so excited for these kids and for the program, for the school, for Salem. I mean, to get, to bring one back, and it's just an awesome feeling. I'm bouncing off the walls, man.
2 days after the championship game, Coach McCormick's current and former players, coaches, family, and friends gathered at South Salem High School to dedicate the Saxon softball complex in his honor.
I look at it more as a tribute to the kids that have played softball here for the last 19 years, and they're the kids that make the coach. So I give them the ultimate credit and the ultimate recognition, because that's what it's all about. It's about them, and I just want to provide, someplace great and that they can play. So I appreciate this a ton, and I just say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I mean, it's just like, wow. That's all I can say. Wow.
Congratulations to Coach Scott McCormick and the 2014 state champion South Salem Saxons softball team.
Wearing number 21, Holly Martinez-Mormon. Wearing number 22, Naomi Wasser. Wearing number 9, Hannah Hall. Wearing number 3, Allison Gephardt. Wearing number 12, Amber Inamoto Aole. Wearing number 15, Cecilia Davalos. And wearing number 44, Natalie Adams. Now our starting lineup for the Saxons. Leading off, wearing number 2, second baseman Kelly Burdick. Wearing number 7, catcher Kenan Faring. Wearing number 8, center fielder Julia Clark. Wearing number 13, pitcher Katie Donovan. Wearing number 17, left fielder Katie Hammett. Wearing number 6, shortstop Elizabeth Perez. Wearing number 5, third baseman Christina Ruckstuhl. Wearing number 24, first baseman Jessica Bonstead. Wearing number 10, DH Jessica McGrath, JC McGrath. Too many J's, folks. Wearing number 1, right fielder Dominique Titus. Saxons are coached tonight by head coach Scott McCormick and assisted by Terry Haugen and Steve Norris.